is right here on SKUNKHTV, and we're going to talk the business of real estate. So you could take your just relax. You can relax, you know. No pressure. We're just having fun here in your living room, and we just have vibe. We talk about some closing some deals, and what are the properties we need to get. So, Miss Asha, welcome to SKUNKHTV. I didn't get your bio. Management has sent me nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry about
I guess he was late. But hey, organic. We're dealing with this thing organic. We're going to talk about, just have a good, calm conversation about, your business. So let's start. Your name is Asha Samuels. So tell me a little about your business. You have a real estate business, right?
Yes.
And there's some other businesses or other business beside that. Okay, so give me a little history on how you started with real estate first, and we'll talk about the other business.
So, how I started in real estate, that's interesting. So, I had a friend that was doing real estate when I first was introduced to it, and I liked it. And so I was like, I'm going to get my license, and I did that. I think it was around 2008, and got my license. I actually failed the test the first time, but I took it again because I have test anxiety, so I always have to take a test twice to pass it. Took the test, passed it, joined one of the largest real estate brokerages in Brooklyn at the time. And from there, I've bounced around to different brokerages. And then after being in the business for over 10 plus years, I decided that I wanted to become a real estate broker. And I took the real estate broker's test again, failed it the first time, and passed it the second time within like 15 minutes of taking, sitting the test. So here I am, 2 years in. Actually, our anniversary is coming up, second year anniversary, October 14th. And we have an actual storefront that's on 291 Buffalo Avenue. And I have 4 agents currently that works under me that I sponsor. And we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm excited. And this year has been great. And my 2023 has already started for us. We've been working hard and put it into work. And we're seeing results day by day.
Okay, cool. So your business is successful. You're doing well. I saw the white Bentley outside that you pulled down it. No, I'm kidding. But you're doing
not my car.
You're doing pretty good. And how long has the business established for?
So my actual brokerage has been established now, I think 3 years.
3 years.
Coming up October 14th. And no, I'm so sorry. 2 years, October 14th. And 1 year will be March of next year that I had my grand opening for the physical space. Yeah.
Okay, so you basically do rental properties, basically everything to do with real estate.
We work with buyers, sellers, investors, commercial, residential, all of New York, Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island, wherever it is, as long as we're licensed in New York State, so we can work anywhere.
Okay, so a first-time home buyer like myself who probably looking or interested in buying a home, what are the first steps that I need to take?
Well, there's a lot of firsts, right? So like the first thing you should make sure you have is your down payment.
Okay.
Down payment money. So you can have great credit, you can have the want and need to buy a house, you can have the income showing, but if you don't have your down payment, that's really what's going to really solidify you getting the house, because you can get pre-qualified, and when it's time to actually get the mortgage and get everything, and they ask, okay, well, how much money are you going to put down? You're like, well, 0 down, depending on your credit. That's probably not going to happen. So
what would be the minimum down payment, or you should say money, that you have to have in your account before you could actually get the loan?
So it really all depends on how much you were pre-approved for. So like, for instance, someone with, decent credit and the house is like 550,000 and a 3.5 interest rate, you would need probably about $20,000 for a down payment. But I always say try to double that, just for incurred costs that we don't normally foresee when we're buying a house.
So they do ask you for bank history, right?
Yes.
Do you have to have more than like 20,000 in the bank? Would they lend you based on not just the dead money 20,000? You have to have more than that.
I would say you should always have a cushion. Okay. So after getting the your down payment, you should always have at least an additional 6 months worth of mortgage in your account. Because you don't want to, whether you're buying a one family or two family, if you're a first time home buyer, they always suggest buying a two family. You should always make sure you have your mortgage and not depend on the tenant. Okay, God forbid they don't pay the rent.
So is there a standard, like what mortgage supposed to be on a yearly, monthly basis? Is there a standard for that, or it based on your credit, it based on your down payment?
Yes, it's based on all of those factors. So you can't really say your mortgage is always going to be $2,500, and then you have interest rates and everything else that comes into factor. So
so a first time buyer, if you're going to buy, at least talk about 20,000 down, depending on what the price of the property is too, right?
Right.
And you have your cushion money beside that, so it's probably about 100,000, 50.
Yeah, I would say 50,000 is a good number. If for instance the house is about 500 to 550,000.
So if it's more than that, you would need more.
Yes.
So as a first time home buyer going in, you have to have at least $50,000 in the bank.
At least. You can have less, but it's like if you buy a house with only 20,000, right? And that's all your money. How do you pay the mortgage the following month and the month after that? So that's something.
Do the bank look at that as well before they
do. So sometimes that could raise a red flag with the banks too. So you want to make sure you get the loan and not get denied.
Okay, so $50,000. Everybody out there who interested in buying a home that values out 500,000.
Yeah, 5 to 550.
Yeah, you're looking at about $50,000. You have to put that away, and then it's about 20,000. You say that would be the down payment.
3.5% down payment. Yeah.
So they would have to have this bank history to show as well.
And that's an FHA mortgage, by the way.
FHA, that's a good program. So tell me a little about the FHA program. How that works. Let the people get a little insight on that as well.
Well, FHA, I don't want to speak too much on that because I am just what broker, but I'll give you the basic. Yeah. So FHA, of course, everyone knows is 3.5% down. They had a lot of programs, and there's still a lot of programs out there for us as first-time home buyers. A lot of the programs that are coming out now, they're not quite necessarily in the New York State area, but there are other programs that are available, especially to minority, people, so
minorities who are considered minority. Do any of us in here fit the minority status?
I think so. I feel like I'm a minority. I'm a minority, and I'm black. So yeah.
Okay, so we're the minority. If you want to get a house, 50,000 down, which is good. Saving. What's the next step after you have your down payment? Is to have what's the credit average you have to have?
So with FHA, I believe, and don't quote me on this, I might be incorrect. I think it's 650 and up. It's a decent, So if you have 650 credit score, you can still qualify for a mortgage. But I always say the higher the better, because you get a better interest rate if you have a higher credit score.
So do you have I know a lot of people don't have good credit, especially minorities, right? Do you have anybody that works with someone like me who have probably 350 or something like that?
Oh my God, I don't even think.
Do you have someone could sit with me and help me to build my credit? So I'm interested in buying a house. I have the down payment, but I don't have the credit.
Okay.
Do you have anyone you could say okay, they will help you to build your credit, and maybe in a month or 2 months or a year or so?
So I've encountered this question before from other people that I know, and I always tell them that there's no quick fix to fixing your credit. Okay. Everything takes time, and if you have really bad credit, whatever you were doing to get you there, just stop doing it. So
okay. What about if you never did anything at all?
Well, there are a lot of credit experts or people that claim to be credit
Okay.
experts. I cannot recommend anybody personally
Oh.
because I don't use them. I always tell people, so if you, the key is to try to keep your credit cards, if you have credit cards, under 30%
Okay.
of the actual credit limit. So if you have $5,000, you don't want to max out your cards at $5,000.
Okay.
And keep it low. Pay, don't make large purchases. If you know you're buying a house, don't buy anything. Pay cash if you have to, and try not to spend too much money because you don't want to dip into your down payment fund, right? So
Okay.
you want to make sure you keep your spending low, and you should use a credit card. You have to use your credit in order to get
For it to grow,
to
right?
get for it to grow and to get credit from the bank.
Yeah, true.
So you can't just have a credit card and have it sitting. They're gonna just think, maybe
They want to make their money too.
exactly. So
Yeah.
it's just to keep your balances under 30%
Okay.
of the actual credit limit.
So for first time home buyers, right? Is there any credit, like any assistance from the government if I'm a first time home buyer and I want to buy a home? And is there any credit from the government, any stimulus, anything where you
So
can apply for?
They do have programs. They do have a lot of programs. They have, I think NACA is one of them. They do give you
Okay.
some funds. That number is all based on,
Varies, right?
they have their different criteria. So you have to go to their class and sit their program. And
Okay.
so it's a process. It's not overnight as well. It
Okay.
takes some time. And they have, there's another one that I can't remember off the top of my head, but they
Okay.
have different programs available for first-time home buyers that they do give you some down payment assistance as well.
Okay. So what do you recommend our clients that work with you before? What assistant program have they used, or have you worked with anyone using what's the first one, DACA or NACA?
NACA, NACA.
NACA, yeah. Okay.
I haven't personally worked with anyone that used NACA, but I did work with first-time home buyers that did get qualified for a FHA mortgage.
Okay.
I worked with a really good broker in order to get her that mortgage. He's actually closed a lot of deals for me
Okay.
with people that were first-time home buyers. He's really, really good. I mean, actually, unbelievably good. I recommended him a couple of clients, and honestly, the client herself didn't even think that she would
get it.
she would be where she is now, and she talks to me all the time. I still keep in contact with her,
Okay.
and she tells me how happy she is, and it's the best decision she's made. And no matter how hard and how much money she had to spend to get this house,
Yeah.
it was well worth it at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me now with my 350 credit, right?
Because you don't
Would
have
I stand a
350.
chance? I mean, would I stand a chance getting a loan through this guy, as good as he is?
So we have to be realistic, right?
Yeah.
So 350 is not going to get you a mortgage.
Oh, okay.
And so I know you don't have 350, but we can look at what that number is and see
Yeah.
if we can improve it somehow.
Okay, so the name of your company, what's the name of your company? So, because just in case people that watching now want to come and,
So
take a look at your listing, see what you have available.
So the name of my company is Samuel's Property Group, LLC.
Okay.
And our website is samuelspropertygroup.com. Our Instagram is also Samuel's Property Group.
Okay.
Yeah, at Samuel's Property Group. We do have a Facebook, but I don't even know if it syncs to that, so I wouldn't even mention that. But we're on Instagram, we're on I think even LinkedIn.
Okay.
And we're on, the website as well.
Okay, so for Skunk House members, discount.
Okay.
If I'm interested in buying a house. I want to buy a house,
Okay.
but I don't know where to start.
Okay.
Where do I get that counseling motivation to say, okay, you can do it? But sometimes you're looking at, rent and you're adding everything up. Is it going to be more burdensome on you buying a house, or would it be more easier instead I just keep paying rent? How do you? Is there a program, or there's classes that you can sit with people who are interested in buying homes so they could learn more about the ways of go about it?
So a lot of the first time home buyer programs, they have classes that they have counseling and so on. Okay. But I always tell people, like, if you look at your retirement, right? And not to speak too much on this, but if you're paying rent for the rest of your life and you're getting ready to retire, if you look back, like, what do you have to look back on? If you have children, what do you leave for them? Like, how do you prepare for that? So if you have a house, you're paying yourself, essentially. You are paying a mortgage, but eventually that mortgage is going to go down, or it will be paid off at some point. And it's something to pass on to your children, and or you can sell it. And that will be your retirement to travel the world or go to Florida or whatever it is that you desire
so it's a good asset then, to have a home. So you have to consider, it's not far-fetched. I know rent, people say mortgage is just a bigger rent. A lot of people, and they don't want to deal with the burden of that. But for first-time home buyers, I'm sure you sell a lot of properties already.
Yes.
So do you have a connection with some of those programs? Do you work with them at your business?
So I do and I don't. So I don't have direct connection with them, but I do have access to those programs. So I've always recommended them to other clients. I've been trying to get certified by NACA, be a certified NACA agent. The contact, I think with COVID and everything, everybody's kind of either working from home or not working. So those are some of the things that are on my list to do. But I do have someone who works with, I think, NHS. That's another first-time home buyer program.
I heard of that one.
She does really well. She helps a lot of clients purchase first-time homes in Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx. So she's, kind of like my contact to that program if I need to have someone get involved with that.
So as far as credit regarding loans, if you need a loan for $1 million, how much credit do you need? Would you need to even get approved for that amount?
I think if you have like anything above a 7, you probably I mean, even if you just have to have the down payment, right? So they're gonna give you the money, but you have to have the down payment to show. So you need some collateral. It's
say for like $1 million, right? Loan. Say the property is probably 1 point something million, right? How much down payments would you need? Well, it depends. You probably say it will depend, right?
So I'll give you an example.
Just an example.
I'll give you an example. I sold a house for $880,000. The down payment was also 3.5%. It was an FHA mortgage. So she had to come up with 3.5% of that number of $880,000. That's close to $1 million. So that gives you an idea of how much money you would need. So whatever number that is, you can still get a mortgage at 3.5% down payment. You just have to multiply that number, the 3.5%, to your 1 million, and that's how much money you'll need as down payment. But remember, you still need your 6 months cushion on top of that. So I mean, you can have 3 months, but I always recommend 6 because more is always better.
What would be a solid money that you would tell to people who are interested in buying a home? Say, this is the amount that you should have, like from your your business knowledge with real estate. What would be a solid number to tell clients or people who are interested in buying homes just to have that, just have this?
If it's going FHA, so you need 3.5% down. If you're not going FHA, if you're going conventional with 10% down, you'll need 10% of the purchase price of that home. If you have a little bit more money to spend and you want to put 20% down, that's even better because you're reducing your mortgage payments monthly. So obviously the less money you put down, the more money you have to pay per month on your mortgage. So
including the cushion plus down payment, you would say what? I know the first one for $500 would be like $50,000.
Yes.
Is that a solid figure to tell people? Make sure you have this in your account, or
at least
$100,000.
People would probably have about 30 if at that price point. But I always say push it a little bit, double it, try to double it. If it's 25, double it. Whatever that number is that they tell you need down payment, try to double it if you can. It's not necessarily, but that's only so that you don't go into foreclosure right after you purchase your home.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So, yeah.
Okay. So you have how many properties? May I ask that, or that's a secret?
It's not a
That you have
secret, but
sold.
I don't remember.
You don't. Oh, it's a lot. Must be a lot there, right?
It's not a secret, but
so you sell mainly property. What about rentals? People who are looking for apartments,
so we
studios,
have
rooms.
a lot of rental properties right now. So we usually get apartments like beginning or the end of the month, because that's when people usually tend to move, and that's when apartments usually become available.
Yeah.
I just got a client approved for an apartment that I've been working for a few weeks now, and this landlord denied about like 3 people, and and this lady, she was well deserving of it, and she just got approved like last night actually. So I was able to share that news with her.
So that's great. But I want to, because a lot of people complain about realtors and how they mistreat, especially minorities. You know, you have to come with 6 ways, 3 ways, different.
No, I don't know anything about 6 ways. I wish I was getting paid 6 ways.
I wanna understand, like, how does the fee work? Because I know it's, if the rent is probably 8,000 a month, you have to charge another 8 on that to get in, or 2-way.
Yeah.
I'm just asking you, like, from a person, I think, would that be fair to someone who's trying, a minority, someone who's struggling, trying to get an apartment for themselves? Or it's a standard
so
fee?
the standard fee, like in New York City, for instance, for rentals, it's 15% of the annual rent. In Brooklyn, a lot of agents and brokers tend to do 1 month. Some will do 10%. I sometimes do 10% of the annual, depending on the apartment. 1 month broker's fee is not really, to me, expensive, because I had to pay it too when I leased my space. I'm not discounted from it because I'm a broker. We all have to pay it, because that's how we make our money. We don't get paid a salary. So we work on commission. 15%,
right? That's the standard. That's the regulated
in New York City. In New York City. So
not a lot of them do 15 though. Sometimes they take as equal amount, like, you know what I'm saying, as the rent would be. I mean,
that's
how do you
in Brooklyn? So what I meant to say is Manhattan. In Manhattan, they charge about 15%, or even in Williamsburg, they do 15%. But our office, we charge 1 month's rent or 10% of the annual. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's good. Because a lot of people complain about, you know, the 3 ways, the 4 ways that they have to pay just to get an apartment. I'm just exaggerating a little bit. Because I want to get some context, because a lot of people, sometimes they don't want to pay that. And then you're talking about application fee, all of these things. I always think these things are scam. Maybe I should hear from you, because you've been doing this. You know, application fees, right?
So
we do. Customers have to pay for those, or should they bring their own papers so you can type it up, or how does that go?
So the application fee is not necessarily just to fill out the paperwork. So we do have to run a background check and a credit report, and that actually costs money. So New York has made it standard that it's only $20 for the application fee. So no matter how many papers are in the application, you're only paying $20, and that $20 is for the credit and background check on the tenant. So it's not
$20. That's it. So the $500 that I paid last year was I got cheated.
I'm not sure who you were working with that was charging $500, but it's the standard is $20.
$20. Okay. So you are doing your business. It's going well. You're in a good location. You said on
291 Buffalo Avenue. So we're on the corner of Eastern Buffalo Parkway and Buffalo Avenue.
I think I know where you're at up there. So a lot of clients come in. So phone numbers. You have a number that you know.
Yes.
They can contact you.
Our office number is 347-365.
Manager is gonna put that up on.
Okay. Right. 7109. So that's 347-365-7109.
Okay, so that's the number to call if you're interested in studios, rooms.
Yes, we have rooms. I have a room actually right now for $800
monthly.
Yes, per month.
Okay. So there you go, people. Rooms, apartments. If you want a house, you're a first time buyer, she will help you. Asha You know, you can sit with her, talk about it, come up with your don't. Do remember 500,000, 50,000. So you can have your cushion. More is the better, right? And the more down payment is better. Reduce the mortgage, right?
Yes.
Monthly. As I know, real estate is not the only thing that you're doing. You're an entrepreneur. You have like 4 other businesses.
Yes. So I have an aesthetic business. I love beauty. So I've been doing that for about 3 years. I think this year is actually the 4th year. I just rebranded my name. It used to be Beauty Define Co. and I changed it to Aesthetic Studio by Asha Samuels. And so that I do kind of like after my 9 to 5. I do have a 9 to 5, everybody.
Oh, okay.
So I do that usually. I have clients that I see, you know, after like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, and I work probably till about 9 or 10 depending on the day. But it's kind of like therapy for me. So I do it.
Beauty, define a type of beauty. These products that you sell are makeup.
So the kind of services that I offer, and I do now sell some products, but the services that I offer are lashes, eyebrows, waxing, microblading, laser services now. We just added that. And I do sell a body scrub and offer a mask with some of the waxing services that I do. Okay, so is that I mean, this service is men, female. So I only currently service women right now.
Goodness. What about the men?
I serviced one male client, and I think I was terrified. So yeah.
Okay, so well, you probably have to expand the business then and get some more employees. You know.
Yes, I'm working on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going well for you, your beauty business, and. You have any other business beside that, or that's just for now?
So I just recently, with my mom, got into Airbnb, and we have an Airbnb now, and working on the second one where I'm actually managing that, setting it up and managing it for someone. So I'll be collecting a management fee. And I have a management company called 5 Borough Boutique Management where we do Airbnb cleaning and management under.
Wow, so you're doing pretty good. Young girls should model their lives off of you. You're doing well. This is your mom here, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness, you didn't introduce your mom. But your mom is here. I could see her smiling over there. She's so proud of you. Any parents would be proud, you know, their daughter. You're doing very well. You know, young, you're entrepreneur already, and you're climbing the charts.
I'm trying,
you know, and you're trying. You're getting there. You're not trying. You're actually doing it. You have your business, Asha. This sounds like a name, like an African name. You know,
it is an African.
And I was looking at it, and when you said Asha, it sounded like a whisper. Maybe you could start a brand,
right?
Make a clothing brand of your, you know, Asha Samuels.
I'm actually in the process of trademarking. I'm thinking about trademarking my Instagram name, which is Womanpreneur NYC.
Yeah, well, you should. I think at this point, you're doing pretty good so far for yourself.
Thank you.
I think you should, you know, trademark whatever comes along, so you can have ownership of it. And Asha Samuels. The new clothing line. That sounds good, right?
Yeah.
You know, so maybe you could start that as well. When I see the name the first time, that's what came to me. So, you know, maybe you can, you know, think about that, right, Mama? She will do well, right? Yes, she's nervous. Asha Samuels is here with us. Skunk House Radio, SKUNKHTV, talking the business of real estate. So you chose real estate. Was this the first love?
Yes. I liked HGTV or HGTV where I saw like they were showing 3 homes and then you pick one. Like I fell in love with that. So I did that one time and I thought it was going to be that easy, and it's not. It's just you don't show just 3 homes and they pick one. You show probably like 30 homes and they pick one. Yeah. And so, but I didn't give up. I liked it. And I felt like financial freedom for me was going to be through this avenue. And I stuck with it over the years. So, and that's what. So
at what age did you, did you really say, well, okay, this is what I really want to do? Was it at what age you were when you think about that?
So I always did it like in conjunction with something else, but
Okay.
I want to say when I became a broker is when I decided that this was going to be my financial freedom.
Okay. So you have a lot of support from the family.
Yes, I do.
Mama Samuels as well.
Yes.
Supported you. So you chose real estate, and you have this, this different type of thinking that I want to keep creating things, which is a good thing. So you begin to venture off in different aspect of the business, and so now you have a beauty product, beauty scrub and stuff like that business, and you have a management business, Airbnb as well.
Yes. And I also have, I'm sorry, I don't know if I had mentioned this, brunching CEOs. So that's a networking.
Oh my, you're leaving out some of them. I said we don't get. You said so brunching CEOs, right?
Yes. So that's kind of like fun and kind of networking.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll ever scale that business. If we do, great. But for now, I always like to give back.
Okay.
And so that's my way of giving back. So whether it's information, whether it's access to funding, whether it's just sitting in a room full of entrepreneurs, CEOs, sharing ideas. How do I scale this business? What do I do? How do I pivot? How do I, what is it should I be doing to make sure my business is set up the correct way and legally and tax wise and stuff like that. So our last event was August 6th. Okay. That was our second annual event, and we hosted it at Carver Bank. Okay. It's I don't know if anybody knows Carver Federal Savings Bank. Yeah, it was black owned, but it's no longer black owned.
It's not.
No, it's black managed, but it was purchased by.
So it's not black.
It's no longer black owned.
I felt that before in my bones. That's why I didn't open an account there.
But you know what? It's black managed, so it's still, it's still a black bank, and I've done a lot of business with them, and I've partnered up with them for having my event. I hosted my event inside their branch, and they didn't have to open their doors to me. And I just walked up to the manager and told her, I was like, this is what I want to do, and this is happening. I didn't even ask permission. I told her, and she made it happen. And that, to me, says that she believed in me, and they've given me access to funding, access to a lot of things that I wouldn't have access to if I went to a larger bank. And not to name any banks or anything like that, but being able to have a relationship with a banker, that's important to me because of all the things that I have going on. I need to be able to pick up the phone and say, I need this, or can you help me, and stuff like that. So that's why I like them.
It's called
brunching CEOs.
Brunching CEOs. So sitting down, chit chat, eating, and doing,
talking business. Yeah.
And talking business. And it's an annual event.
Yes.
So next year, do you promote it for locals, like someone like me to come, or I have to be a business guru before I get access?
It's open to everyone. I have to say I am guilty of under marketing myself. So last year, it was kind of like last minute, but turned out really, really well. This year, we knew in advance, but we're all busy. It was 3 partners. Kim, Sadell, and myself. And we're all busy. We're all entrepreneurs, and we're just trying to make things happen. But I'm passionate about giving back and helping. This year we gave away monies to open up your LLC if you wanted to start a business. We gave away bottles of wine. We gave away a square machine. We gave away certificates for counseling and free advice and so on. So there were a lot of giveaways actually, and 4 great speakers. We had an accountant, we had a real estate broker who's also connected to government. We had another real estate broker that has a listserv page that can offer low cost advertising for any business, not just real estate. And then we had someone that was in the movie industry that offered lean services for that industry and for COVID. So so you'll be hosting another event next year? Yes, hopefully. So it's the same month, same time, or normally we do it in July, but this year because of the timing with the bank, we had to work with their timing, and August 6th worked the best for them. So normally I'd like to keep it the same time in July. It's usually around July 20th, but we'll see what next year brings. So if you have some, I don't want to say local, but you have other people outside who want to get in, how
would they get information to come participate at that event?
So we do have an Instagram page for that, and it's brunchin_CEOs_.
Okay.
So so there's no G at the end of brunching. It's just brunchin
_CEO_.
Yes.
Oh, so that's the IG page. So anybody wanna participate there, go there, learn. There's a lot of business people.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? You guys can go there and learn something about many different aspects of business pertaining to banking, real estate, and other different things. Asha Samuels is here with us. And SKUNKHTV, our wonderful mother, is here as well. We're not put you on the spot, mommy. Don't worry. We are going to put you on the spot. We're talking. So, what's next? And before I even get to that question, any other business? Because I know you keep building and evolving into. So I want to know everything. How to pick your mind to get everything? Because I want him to know, the limit is the sky, right?
It's definitely
endless possibilities. Yeah. So, is there any other business that we're leaving out?
No, I think I covered everything. But I am planning to expand next year.
Okay.
My real estate company and expand into investing and so forth. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's on the agenda next week? I know you're going to expand your business, but what next for you?
I'm actually
across seas, overseas, in America.
I'm expanding into Manhattan. I'm actually working on being licensed in Florida and New Jersey.
Yeah,
those are the next two things that's on my agenda.
Okay, and
then also, with all the things that I have going on, make sure I focus on taking a break.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a big challenge for me.
A lot of people are looking to buy property, even in the Caribbean, right? Do you think there should be such programs here, like realtors here, where you could go to, like, for instance, you have foreigners that live here, work here, and they're planning to go back and buy a home. Do you think that would be a good idea to have a real estate person they could buy a property through in Jamaica or the Caribbean islands or wherever? So
yes, I don't know how it works internationally because I've never actually used it, but normally when, like, for instance, in Jersey or Florida, if you have someone in New York that wants to buy in any of those areas, we kind of help them. They'll say, oh, can you help me find someone there, and we refer them, and then we get a referral fee. But when it's international, it probably works a little different. But they have real estate agents all over the world, and if you have contacts with any of them, you can still reach out and still refer that client to that person. One of my cousins actually just became a realtor in Jamaica, and I'm super proud of her. That's cool. And she's doing really well. She's excited. I've always told her she should join the business, even if it's just part-time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was good. Asha Samuels here with us. It was good chatting with you. And I wish you all the best and all the success in the world, with your businesses.
Thank you.
And, I hope everything goes well and you continue to grow and become what you want to become.
Thank you.
And we thank you for coming here at SKUNKHTV and sharing with us this knowledge of real estate. And I know how much money I have to put down with my 350 credit.
Oh Lord!
Right, I have to put down to get a property.
On that 350.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm gonna get some help. But thank you so much, and tell them again about your website, your Instagram, Facebook, where they could come and they could check out. You have listing, I'm sure, on those sites as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's samuelspropertygroup.com. That's our website. We often post our listings on that site and sometimes also on Instagram. Our Instagram page is at Samuels Property Group. And we're on LinkedIn at Samuels Property Group LLC. And I'm not on Facebook, I don't believe, but there, yeah. So,
okay.
So those are the three. And our phone number is 347-365-7109 if you need to contact us. But I always say it's a little bit better to just pick up the phone and call someone rather than trying to DM.
Okay.
You can definitely follow us, but in order to reach us, if important, just please pick up the phone and give us a call.
All right, there you go. Give Asha Samuels a call and go check out our business, man. Help the minority community to grow, right? And she's an entrepreneur and she's doing pretty well. So you guys go out and support and
Thank you.
go visit her office. It's on Buffalo. Right, the corner of Buffalo. What's the address on there?
291 Buffalo Avenue.
291 Buffalo Avenue. So you can go check that out. And do remember the IG. It would be best if you can call, but you can follow her as well. But calling would be better. You get better result from there. So you guys give her a call. We're gonna have the information up here anyway, so you can contact her and you can talk about whatever house, apartment, studios, whatever it is. And she's doing Airbnb, your management. So anybody out there who is looking for someone to manage, that's what you're doing, right?
Yes.
You can contact her as well, right? And all your work, all your basic, Airbnb work, real estate, renting, you can get it done. Asha Samuels here. And do look out for our new clothing brand, Asha Samuel. No, I'm joking, but it's coming. Keep your eyes peeled, right?
Okay.
So we thank you so much again for passing through. I hope we cover everything because I want to make sure, that, the people who are watching, everybody get their full understanding of what they need to do if they need to buy a house.
And then if I didn't answer anything here on this call, you can please give us a call.
Exactly. So if you need anything else, you can call her and talk to her directly and get your business done. So thanks again for passing through, and the doors are open for you. You can come back anytime you feel like you want to talk about something, especially when your clothing brand come out, and we can discuss a lot more things and just talk about the business of real estate. Maybe you can give a small class as well, depending on your time. But the doors are open to you. So we thank you so much. And we wish you all the best in everything that you're doing.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And thank Mama Samuels as well for everything, for bringing such a special person here, entrepreneur. And we thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope we're not leaving anything. And we hear some whispers in the background. So let me ask first, before we leave anything.
My mom wanted to remind me that I also teach lash classes as well.
You see that? The most important thing we almost... No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so... tell them about the lash classes.
So, I'm a licensed esthetician, and I also teach certified courses on how to place individual lash extensions on eyelashes. So
okay,
I teach it one-on-one basis. I don't have a group class, but I do teach one-on-one.
Okay.
And I usually do it on Sundays because that's like my off day. So if I do get a class or someone who wants to take a class, it would be on a Sunday. Okay.
So she do have a lash class business as well too. So she have a lot of things going. You guys, you have to call her. We're going to post the number and everything, all the information that you guys can have it. Yeah, okay, so you can call her directly and talk to her. I have to ask Mama Samuel if there's more things because I know she's kind of nervous still.
So she was whispering that to mention that I also do teeth whitening services as well.
See, oh my goodness. Is it? Maybe you saw my teeth, they look yellow from over there. I need some whitening too. See, no, it's access. Mama Samuel, she got the information down. Okay. So you do teeth whitening. It's not on a regular. You have to make an appointment, yes, I'm sure.
Yes.
So give me a little insight on how, how to go about that.
So how to book those services are on my beauty website, and that's at aestheticstudio.co. So that's AESTHETICSSTUDIO.co. Okay.
Ecstatic Studios.
.co.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go, people. If your teeth is not looking up to par, You can call her as well. It's Asha Simmons, same number, right? Same contact information.
Not the same number, but definitely on that website. Separate number for that. Yeah.
Okay, so they could search at ecstatic.studio.co.
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. So you guys can go there and check that out. Get your teeth shining and white and beautiful. And there you go. Asha Samuels. Mama Samuels. I have to ask her. Are we missing anything off the list?
No, but
that's about it. No.
I want to mention that I am in the process of talking to a friend who wants to partner up with me and teaching community seminars to people in the minority community.
Okay.
So more about that later on.
You'll come back and we'll talk about it.
But I'm in the process of working on something like that.
Okay. All right. So as I said, you're evolving every month, every day, every year. So we're looking forward to talk to you again. And I hope that you'll pass through anytime. Just give us a call and we can sit down and talk about your new ventures and your new businesses that you had to the list of projects and business that you have going. So once again, we thank you. Anybody that you want to shout out, you want to big up?
I'd like to shout out my mom because she came here with me tonight in support of me as always. She's my number one supporter.
Okay.
No matter what it is, she's there. I've never yet had turned to her and say, this is what I want to do. And she told me, no, you shouldn't. She's always encouraged me and made sure that I succeed.
Okay. There you go. Asha Samuels here with us at SKUNKHTV. And we thank you so much for passing through. And let's thank Mama Samuels as well, right? For remembering the list, right? So we thank you so much. And as I said, I wish you all the success. And we hope to see you again in the future. And most success with your business. And do remember, we're going to have the link where you guys can call and talk to her. And if you want the teeth whitening thing, you can definitely ecstaticstudios.co. You could go there. All the information will be there. We're going to put everything in the link so you can have that. So you can go check it out and get yourself together, man. And if you want a house, first time home buyer, whatever, just call her number. I don't have the number, but we're going to put it in the links. Right, so you can contact her and talk to her and work out something and get your life going. Right, so thank you so much again, Asha, for passing through, and much love to you, and much success to you.
Thank you.
Okay.